Do men have fragile egos? Do men have fragile egos? I can tell Andrea ready to talk about this. Let me go ahead and get this video queued up for you guys. Do men have fragile egos? I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip.
Keep it a buck with you. She never signed up for 5 inches. While you worried about her body shape and she gained a few pounds and all that kind of stuff, what she's never told you is she had an 8-inch peen and she married 5.
Amen.
She died to the thought of the 8-inch peen and accepted your 5.
And you got a gut.
And if it's 5 and you got a gut, you can't see it. Hey, dog, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Because we always out here trying to act like my wife is letting herself go and she doesn't sexually satisfy me. Let your wife talk a buck. Your ego is too fragile. That's why she never brought it up. You have no idea how many women are sparing men's egos in the bedroom and in counseling. Because you never get over it. You never get over it if she really told you how she felt about your peen. You would never get over it if she really told you how she felt about your teeth. You would never get over it if she really kept it a buck about your back hair. You would never get over it. You would never get over it. Some of y'all's breath.
Your nails?
Child.
Cuticle?
What?
These men's egos are so fragile. You would never get over it.
Right.
You will never get over it. Do men tend to have fragile egos? Do men tend to have fragile egos? I'm going to go ahead and start with you first, Nola. What are your thoughts about that, man?
What?
You know what? I think we all have some level of sensitivity if somebody's telling us about ourselves. But I also feel like we have conditioned men to believe that they're at the top of everything, whether it's a leader in a relationship, whether it's a leader of a company, the leaders of society. So I do believe that when you tell a man something about himself, especially if it's coming from a female, they probably do tend to be a little extra sensitive because it's kind of like, who are you to talk to me about myself when I'm the man? You know what I mean? So I think a lot of us contribute, women do as well, contribute to men being that way. And yeah, I do agree with that statement.
Men egos are fragile. Well, I agree. Go ahead, Marcus. What are your thoughts about it, man? From a man's perspective, do men tend to have fragile egos, in your personal opinion? Be honest. This is a safe space. HR is on site, so you good. Maybe Marcus might be frozen. Going once, going twice. All right, go ahead, Trev.
Sure. I just find it quite peculiar that Homeboy kind of glossed over everything else and then spent so much time talking about the wee wee. That was just kind of paused. That was just kind of peculiar to me. I just had to point that out. He spent a lot of time talking about that. But yeah, I could say that, and I have said that men do have fragile egos. Not in general, right? Like, because if I don't know you like that, kind of like what Nola was saying, it's not that deep. But if it's your woman, the one who you expect to look up to you, who you expect to love, admire, and respect you, to talk about you, it hit different. It really does. Because that's the one person you count on, well, one of the people, if not your children as well, to look up to you, right? And respect you. And if you're not feeling like she does, then yeah, that's going to hurt, because that's hitting home, man. That's the one person you really, really expect to want to learn from you from. And it's just different, right? So I could definitely say that a woman can dig deep, and sometimes they do, right? I wouldn't deal with the female like that right now, but there are some females who would definitely stick the knife in and twist it, right? Because they know you're going to get that, they'll get that reaction out of you. So sometimes vindictive females absolutely use that because they know they can kind of control your mind when they talk to you like that, right? So if they, especially if they understand that you are sensitive and you do have an ego that's weak like that, yeah, they will absolutely take advantage of it. And I think in that case, as long if it's your intimate partner, then yeah, I'll certainly agree that in many cases there are some men who are just so sure of themselves or stubborn that they just don't care what a woman has to say, right? Because maybe they know that much about themselves, or just they just don't care. There are some people who understand their flaws and really just can't be moved by that. But I think in general, men do have a fragile ego when it comes to the women that they're dating or married to or whatever their partner is.
Okay. Ali, I'm going to go to you. Do men tend to have fragile egos?
I think men do have fragile egos. And women, like Miss Nola said, allow it because we don't tell the truth. And then when we do tell them the truth, we get criticized for it. So that's probably why a lot of women won't just break it down and be like, you're too short, or you don't make enough money, or you think that you have 8 inches, but it doesn't really give me what I need. So it doesn't matter about the size. Things like that. Like if we were to actually break it down like that, well, how do you say those type of things in a nice way? I think that is like it cuts. So women, we're nurturers by nature. So we tend to overlook these things and look at the bigger picture. But then deep down, we take notes and we have it in the chamber for when needed. So I know a lot of women I feel like they don't tell the truth. They tell it to their friends. Be like, oh, girl, he got but y'all don't know the truth. I would love to see a day where we could just tell you the truth without you being butthurt about it, without you wanting to leave, or we say, hey, you know what? You got 8 inches, but you come kind of quick. Climax kind of quick. What are you going to do then? I want to know.
You don't think that'll be helpful to him if he comes quick and he doesn't know that you think he comes quick? Some dudes, because women, I don't want to get too graphic, but women climax in different times. Some women who climax over and over and over and over again. Some women, it takes them 45 minutes. Some women, it takes them 15 minutes. So if whatever it is you're doing, he thinks you're happy with it and you aren't, well, it's important for you to know your body enough and love yourself enough to voice your opinion about your part of this sexual act. But if a man is just getting his and you're not getting yours, or he's climaxing too early and you ain't saying nothing, that's a you problem, not a him problem. I don't give a damn about no inches or he come quicker. You need to open your mouth and say something, because sex is about communication. It's not just about this. It's about communication. It's about listening to a person's body and listening to a person's words, and then get an understanding so both people can be happy. But if you being quiet and you turn around and say, oh, if I actually told him what I really thought, he gonna be mad. Well, you saying that just makes you a dumbass as a woman.
Girl,